Hi everyone, Hot Sauce Z here for another Battlefield 5 video. Today we are going to discuss the newly released update notes for Update 5.0, which will get us ready for Chapter 5 and the War in the Pacific. These update notes are a pleasant surprise to me because they are chock full of all kinds of little things that apply throughout the game. This update does not appear to exist solely to give us the Chapter 5 files. I'll try to keep this brief and just go over some of the things that stuck out to me as I read through the patch notes. There is, like I said, a ton of info in the full notes, so I won't go into all of it. But if you want to read the full thing, the notes are available on your community platform of choice, and there will be links in the description box below. So without further ado, let's dive on in and see what DICE has tinkered with this go-round. So to start off with probably the most interesting part of the update to many players, all of the Pacific content will be installed with this update, playable starting Thursday for Halloween. This means 2 new maps, Iwo Jima and Pacific Storm, as well as 4 new weapons, one for each class. The long-awaited M1 Garand, the Type 99 Arisaka, the Type 100, and the M1919A6. For the full breakdown of the new content coming with this update and the rest of Chapter 5, I encourage you guys to watch my breakdown video that I released last week. Moving on through the list, one super cool bit that DICE has added is the ability to inspect your weapon while in the game from the first-person view. This will be done by holding the comma rose button and then pressing the reload button. This is something cool to kind of check out those skins that you have unlocked and or purchased, and gives you something to do when the round is a rout or the rest of your team is gone PTFOing. Flare guns have received a buff in Update 5.0 and will persist longer, while flares shot from vehicles will cover a larger radius. So get ready to see a lot more Doritos and expect to be spotted much more. Just a friendly reminder, these can be shot down, so if you see one go up, do your team a solid and take it out. There have also been some changes to ammo and health crates so that they stop being clipped into the ground, and the health rate healing aura rate has been tweaked to 16 HP per second. There also appears to be lots of tweaks to fire radii and effects, so hopefully that means we'll randomly catch on fire less. Moving along, there's a handful of notable balance changes in Update 5.0. Most notably, perhaps, is the Suomi receiving a small reduction to its recoil. That thing is already pretty much a beast, so I'm not particularly sure why this was changed, but I guess we'll see. The Lewis also has a minor increase in its horizontal recoil. Apparently, automatic weapons have also been tweaked to better serve those that burst fire over mag dumping. As for soldier changes, there are quite a few, but the ones that stuck out most to me are the removal of the T-pose bug and the floating hanging from the hips bug that was affected by the ragdoll behavior. This hopefully means we will see less goofy dead bodies that make us think there is an enemy in front of us when there is not. There have also been tweaks to the sliding movement. You can now choose to have it be a button press or keep the default double tap. The cooldown has also been decreased by half a second, so you can now slide more and hopefully more consistently too. For vehicles, mounted and coaxial guns have been overhauled for the better with a converging accuracy model. This simply means that you're going to have to shoot for a little while more before the weapon steadies into being more accurate. These guns will overheat differently now and will have faster bullet velocity to take on ranged and moving opponents, but the damage at range has been reduced to avoid sniping with the mounted MGs. Perhaps the biggest notable changes in vehicles to me are the plane tweaks that I'm seeing. The community already is whining about the balance of the new community unlocked gadget, the Fliegerfaust, being way too overpowered versus planes. So now, to compound that news, we have the following changes to planes coming with Update 5.0. Bombers with a bomb load of more than 4 will see a reduction in their rate of fire so that they can't spam 16 bombs into one spot quickly. The trade-off seems to be that their blast radius has been buffed slightly. Then, the AA guns have been buffed as well with an increased overheat time and more consistent damage to help ensure that bombers can't fly right at an AA gun to bomb it all while just tanking the damage. Crazy. Couple all this together and it really seems like DICE wants to nerf those 100-2 games bomber pilots were having. Now I did see that DICE is accumulating data on the Fliegerfaust and that changes are in mind for it, so I'd expect we're going to see some kind of balance pass on it in the next update after DICE has had a chance to look at the numbers. Audio has received an overhaul for Update 5.0, and is probably one of the aspects of the update that I am most looking forward to. It seems like DICE has really tried to tighten up the audio mixes based on what they are saying in the update notes. Guns are supposed to sound more punchy and snappy compared to what they are now, and explosions and gunfire across distance has been tweaked for better consistency as well. The biggest audio change that should affect players, though, are the tweaks to footsteps. DICE claims to have rebuilt the footsteps audio from the ground up to give improved stability, consistency, and readability. The footsteps will be on average louder, with more priority in the sound mix, and we should more easily be able to determine enemy footsteps from friendly. They've mentioned a lot in the audio section, so be sure to go have a read of all the changes when you get a chance. This is an exciting piece of the update for me, as I've been waiting on DICE to tweak footsteps for a while. I'll be ready to hear the all-new audio when this update is available. There are a lot more changes that I didn't mention, including tons of small map tweaks, visual things, fortification tweaks including a faster build time, and oh, I can't forget to mention that DICE has finally stopped the menu from kicking you out of customizing your loadout when the timer changes from pre-round to the actual round. Thank goodness! That one is a small one, but it has been oh so aggravating. Be sure to go read the official patch notes if you're curious about the things I did not touch on in this video. Now this is a pretty massive update, so I think we, as a community, should be prepared for some new bugs to pop up with Update 5.0. After how Update 4.8 went though, I have hope that this one will drop in a much better state, and hopefully not introduce any game-breaking bugs. If that can happen, then I think with all these great changes, and the list of new content that we will be getting over the next few months, Battlefield 5 may finally be getting to a place where it probably should have been at launch. So that about wraps it up. What do you guys think? Does this update sound like a great one? Did it fix the things about the game that have been bothering you? Feel free to comment and let everyone know down below. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to click the like button and consider subscribing for more Battlefield gameplay and news. This has been Hot Sauce Z, and I'll see you guys at the next upload or streaming over on Twitch. See ya!